OnePlus has had quite a busy start to 2022. It just launched its flagship phone, the OnePlus 10 Pro in China, which will eventually come to India, probably with other versions too, such as the OnePlus 10 and possibly a OnePlus 10R. But for now, tech enthusiasts in India have to settle for one last hurrah of the 9 series, the 9RT. Now, this was launched in China in October 2021 and it's only just making its way to India now. So what is the OnePlus 9RT and should you really care about it? Well, if you're familiar with OnePlus's T refreshes of its phones, it's exactly that. It's basically a OnePlus 9R with a new look and feel, an upgraded SoC and a better primary rear camera. So we have the phone with us right here, so let's quickly take a look at what you get in the box. The OnePlus 9RT comes in a plain red box with just the name of the phone embossed on it. Now, OnePlus sent me the Hacker black color and this is the top end variant with 12 GB of RAM. Now let's rip through this outer wrapping and open it up. First up is the OnePlus 9RT itself in this black trim, which actually looks pretty nice. Now we'll take a closer look at this in just a minute. Next we have a silicone case and will you look at that, an actual charger too. This is the 65 watt warp charger but with a Type A port and not the Type C port. Finally, we have the data cable. Now, there's also a paper sleeve that's hidden inside the cover, which contains some instruction leaflets. You also get a sheet of stickers. There is a card for the Red Cable Club. And behind one of these should be, the SIM eject tool. Now, OnePlus claims that it has spent a good amount of time perfecting the look and feel of the 9RT, and it shows. The curved metal frame is very comfortable to hold and the smooth finish of the glass panel of this Hacker black variant feels very luxurious. There's also a soft sheen to it when light hits it at an angle and it really doesn't seem to attract any fingerprints at all. Now, the phone is also available in a nano silver finish. You also get a redesigned camera module with one less camera sensor compared to the 9R, but all the functional ones are still present, so it's not a real loss. Now, the display on the OnePlus 9RT is slightly larger compared to the 9R, but it's still an AMOLED panel with a Full HD Plus resolution, 120Hz refresh rate, and it uses Corning Gorilla Glass for scratch protection. The display is vivid and colors are fairly punchy, and you even get an in-display fingerprint sensor, which in typical OnePlus fashion is very quick at authentication. You get the usual set of buttons and ports on the OnePlus 9RT, and towards the bottom you'll find the dual nano SIM tray, but once again there's no micro SD card slot. Now, apart from the new rear design, the OnePlus 9RT also gets a Snapdragon 888 SoC, which is an upgrade from the Snapdragon 870 SoC found in the 9R. Now, this puts it on par with the more expensive OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro smartphones, at least in terms of processing power. The 9RT also supports a lot more 5G bands in India this time around compared to any other 9 series phones, which is good. Now, there'll be two variants on sale, one with 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, and 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. Other features of the OnePlus 9RT include stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, NFC, Wi-Fi 6, and a 4500 mAh battery capacity, just like the 9R. The 9RT does not get any IP rating, wireless charging, or even the Hasselblad treatment for its cameras. Now, speaking of which, the primary rear camera in the OnePlus 9RT is upgraded to the Sony IMX766 sensor. Now, if you remember, this is the same 50 megapixel sensor which was used in the ultra-wide camera on the OnePlus 9 and 9 Pro. But on the 9RT, it pulls duty as the primary camera with optical stabilization and a much wider aperture of f1.8. Now, the ultra-wide camera on the 9RT is similar to the 9R, which has a 16 megapixel resolution and an f2.2 aperture. Now, the third sensor on the back is a 2 megapixel macro camera. The selfie camera has not changed as OnePlus is still making do with the Sony IMX471 sensor. The OnePlus 9RT ships with Oxygen OS 11, but it should be among the first OnePlus devices to receive the stable Android 12 update whenever it's released. The 9RT also boasts of HyperTouch 2.0, which claims to boost the default 300Hz touch response rate to 600Hz when playing certain games. Now, we'll of course be testing all of these claims during the full review. That's been it for a quick unboxing and first look at the OnePlus 9RT. What do you guys think about this phone? Do you think it's a good enough upgrade for 2022? If you want to know more about the camera and battery performance, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our full review. Thanks for watching.